Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Please reach out to me directly. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com for pricing. Today we're discussing the Rolex Oyster Perpetual 36. It doesn't come much more core collection than this. Reference 116000. The watch is 36 millimeters in diameter in stainless steel, 11.9 millimeters thick. It is 44.2 millimeters from lug tip to lug tip, and if you include the end links of the bracelet, it is 45.6 millimeters with a 20 millimeter spacing between the lugs. The first Oyster Perpetual arrived in 1933, combining the perpetual rotor winding system with the Oyster water-resistant case. Not only did it become the first truly modern Rolex watch, but it became the archetype of every sports watch to follow. The watch is remarkably versatile. This could be a dress watch or a sports watch, a watch for men or for women. And on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist, you can see why it would be a great unisex option. It's short across the wrist, suitable for a wrist as small as 13 centimeters circumference. It's thin enough to fit underneath a tight sleeve or cuff. It's also handsome and versatile, neither too dressy nor too sporty. With a silver-white opaline dial and a full steel oyster bracelet, this watch is ready for just about anything. Now, the timepiece features an oyster bracelet that's equipped with full satin tops. The only polishing is on the flanks. You can see the top, which does taper, is all of satin finish. We have the removable links fixed by screws, and you can see that on both sides. We have a folding clasp with a lift lock system. There's a beak and a hook. They latch just like that. You have to lift the lock to unlock it and open. It's not a friction fit system, so you get a degree of security. This does not have Easy Link. That wouldn't arrive until the 2020 Oyster Perpetual, but you can see there are 3 divots drilled inside the clasp, so you can use your strap tool to change the anchoring point of the bracelet inside the clasp. So you can use the removable links or the divots to size the watch. Rolex has its own foundry. It makes its own alloys, so it builds its cases, its bracelets, and its clasps. And Rolex uses 904L steel, not the industry standard 316. The main difference is that you don't need to rinse 904 after exposure to sweat or sea salt. It's also particularly resistant to corrosion when exposed to certain industrial acids. Now, that may be superfluous to your needs, but it's nice to know that you have extra corrosion resistance engineered in. We have a twin lock crown in steel. That means we have that little slash. That's your sign of a twin lock in steel. 100 meters water resistant, sapphire crystal, dial of a sort of silver white opaline or a very, very subtle frosted satin. We have white gold hands, white gold indices, white gold Rolex crown. The reason for all that gold on the dial side is to avoid oxidizing, tarnishing, or fading over time. We'll do a quick lume shot. As you can see, the watch features plenty of lume with double indices at 3, 6, and 9. Taking a quick look at the case back, there's nothing to see because it's a solid Rolex Oyster case back. But the watch has caliber 3130, which includes a hacking or stop seconds function. It's an automatic winder, bidirectional. Beats weight 8 beats per second, 31 joules. The 48-hour power reserve means that it's pretty much set it and forget it. You set the watch, and once a year you correct it for daylight savings time, and then you turn it back. The watch has a full balance bridge architecture with a free sprung balance for shock tolerance. It has a handmade Breguet overcoil hairspring that allows the watch to keep excellent time in any physical position. And the reason that comes in handy is because the watch is also certified as a COSC Swiss chronometer, which includes 5 positions of testing, which is why you need that concentric breathing overcoil that has centered mass. And of course, the watch also includes a blue oxidized niobium zirconium alloy in that hairspring to make it highly anti-magnetic. Reach out to tmosso@thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details of this Rolex Oyster Perpetual.